Navkar Mantra. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, are we excited to hear from our guest speaker, Luke, over here? If yes, make some noise here, everyone. Fabulous. We are good to go and pray to the Almighty with Navkar Mantra. Thank you. Okay, so the guests who are still coming inside, just settle down quickly, stand in the respective places जहाँ पर आपको जगह मिल रही है. We are about to start Navkar Mantra. So just a request, आप passage empty रखिएगा, just in case if we have new guests joining in. DJ, are we good to go? Okay, let me tell you all about this one thing because Luke, you are here. Have you been to Pune earlier? You have been to Pune earlier?
नमो हरिहन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो वायरियाणं नमो वज्झायाणं नमो लोवे सवसाहुणम्
एसो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानञ्च सव्वेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम्. जय जिनेन्द्र सभी को.
Thank you. I request you all to kindly take your seats. And now to give a formal welcome note, I would like to invite Mrs. Lakisha Ji Marlecha, who is the Chief Secretary, Jito Ladies Wing, Pune, to address all of us. Can we please put our hands together to welcome her on the dais? Zordar taaliyan ho jaye, please, everyone. Thank you.
थैंक यू काशिदा. जय जिनेन्द्र सभी को. एक्चुअली आज कनेक्ट का आखिरी दिन है और इस कनेक्ट के आखिरी दिन के लिए मैंने कुछ लाइंस लिखी थी, वो मैं आपके सामने बोलना चाहती हूँ. ये दिलों का कनेक्ट है, ये सिलसिलों का कनेक्ट है, यहाँ पर काफिला है दुआओं का, सब साथ चले तो कनेक्ट है. मुश्किलें बहुत आई पर मंजिलें भी पाई, कदम जब साथ चले तो मुस्कुराहटों का कनेक्ट है. जीतो है जिसका नाम, सफलता का है हंगाम, दृढ़ विश्वास का मेल है, ऐसी जीत का अनोखा कनेक्ट है. सो आई वुड लाइक टू वेलकम श्री नरेंद्र जी बलदोटा, रविंद्र जी साकला, राजेश जी जैन, देन चकोर जी गांधी, प्रवीण जी चोरबेले, Gautam ji, and all our esteemed guests, ladies board members, ladies wing members, youth wing, नहीं ऊपर नहीं. And all our guests coming from Apex and all the chapters. So,
Thank you so much, Lakisha ji. Well, we have a quick photo op taking place right now. Okay. you know, हम चाहते हैं कि थोड़ा सा there has to be a little bit of drama always because it's a live event. So मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप लोग सभी, you know, you turn towards the audience and we take a nice selfie kind of a thing with the audience. Please come. Guys, would you want to stand? Or you want to sit and give a nice pose? Yeah, everybody sit. Give a nice victory pose so that you all are captured. Photographer ji, is everybody from the audience coming as well? Sabhi aa rahe hain? That is what is important. Everybody give a nice victory sign. People standing here, why aren't we giving a victory sign as well? Please, everyone. Luke, how about giving a nice victory sign, please? Everyone. On the count of 3, 2, and 1. Everybody! Thank you. Thank you so much. मैं बाकी के सभी मेहमानों से गेस्ट से रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगी कि वो अपनी अपनी जगहों पे जाके बैठ जाए और मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूँगी मिसेस खुशहाली जी चोरडिया, Chairperson Jito Ladies Wing Pune, to kindly introduce Mr. Luke Coutinho and tell us more about how he is going to tell us more about the holistic nutrition, integrative and lifestyle medicine. Very warm welcome to you.
Thank you so much. Welcome Luke ji, welcome Sangeeta ji. So Luke Coutinho, an emerging thought leader who undoubtedly continues to disrupt the fast evolving field of integrative and lifestyle medicine. He is the founder of a one-of-its-kind community concept, You Care, all about you, with his free videos, blogs, challenges, e-books and programs, has transformed thousands of lives. His global practice in holistic nutrition and integrative lifestyle medicine advocates 4 pillars: cellular nutrition, adequate exercise, quality sleep, and emotional detox. Besides specializing in cancer, Luke and his integrative team handle a range of lifestyle inflammatory diseases and even rare syndromes successfully. With several national and international awards and 4 bestsellers of his credit, he is also a pioneering figure of preventive care in India. In 2020, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Fit India movement honored him as its champion for lifestyle and wellness. Congratulations, Luke. Let's hear for a big round of applause as it's a big achievement. Luke and Narendra Firodia, a social entrepreneur, work in partnership to drive You Care Lifestyle, a one-of-a-kind platform to propagate health and wellness across the country and world. Luke has spoken at Jito events in the past and is extremely privileged and happy to be here again this year and address the Jain community who are into business. So welcome everyone. Welcome Luke, and we have a we have an extremely dynamic moderator with us today. She is our very own Sangeeta ji Lalwani. She's our ROM National Ladies Conveyor and Goldmart MD. Welcome Sangeeta ji, and thank you for being here today, Luke and Sangeeta ji.
Thank you, Khushali ji. A very good afternoon. Jai Jinendra. You want to do?
Well, Sangeeta ji, a very warm welcome to you. And Luke, we have the entire ladies wing of Jito who would be coming here to felicitate you. So I invite the entire ladies board of Jito to kindly join us on stage and come and felicitate Mr. Luke Coutinho. Ladies, can we please have you on stage? Names starting from Sangeeta ji Lalwani, we already have her on stage. Bharti ji Bhandari, Anita Sethia, Archana Kochar, Bharti Shah, रीटा जैन, भावना ओसवाल, दीपाली बाफना. आपके जिन जिन के नाम अनाउंस किए जा रहे हैं, आप लोग सभी प्लीज़ स्टेज पर आइए, जो जो यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट है. आशा बागरेचा, प्रियंका परमार, पूनम ओसवाल, सोनिका शाह, मंजू श्रीचोडिया, नेहा कोठारी, पूजा राठौर, प्रीति रायसोनी, पुष्पा कटारिया, रीटा गांधी, रूपाली भंडारी, सारिका Mutha, Sarika Sancheti, Shilpa Bhatia, Sujata Bagmar, Leena Bhandari, Naina Khimvasara, Rajni Burad, Rekha Kangtani, Reshma Bhandari, Snehal Chordia, Vandana Rathore, Vanita Mehta, Latika Sakla, and Vaishali Chhajar. Can we please have you on stage? Sushma Ji Kankriya, can we please have you on stage? Can I please invite the Ludhiana chairperson on stage as well? Aiye, please. Ma'am, you look beautiful. I just couldn't take my eyes off from you. Leena Ji Dhariwal as well. Can we please have you on stage? Why don't you both as well join in the felicitation ceremony, please? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. It's a moment of honor to have such an esteemed guest among us. Leena Ji Dhariwal, can we please have you on stage as well? Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you. I request you all to kindly take your seats. We shall start with the fireside chat session. I request Ms. Sangeeta Lalwani to kindly take over the session and kindly moderate the session for us.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. A very, very warm good afternoon to everybody in this hot summer day. We've all been waiting to listen to Luke Coutinho. Luke Coutinho, जैसे आप सब जानते हैं और जिसका अभी इंट्रोडक्शन भी कराया, ये बहुत बड़े वेलनेस हेल्थ स्पेशलिस्ट है. आज आप हमसे पूछते हैं कि जैनिज्म जो अपना सबसे पुराना अपना धर्म है. Luke, everybody sitting here is a Jain. So how is Jainism and health and medicine related to each other? What are the tips that you would like to share with the Jain community? How should we go back to our community and follow our religion?
Hi, good evening, everyone. So there's a lot that I've learned from your religion, Jainism. Today we treat cancer patients across the world, not just Indians, we treat Germans, we treat Americans, and we've taken some learnings from your religion in our recovery process for our patients. Diabetes, acne, PCOS, autoimmune conditions, cancer. What are these three learnings? There are many learnings, but there are three learnings today that all the Jains know about. If you follow these three, your life starts to change right now. Everyone's looking for diets, everyone's looking for complicated exercise programs, superfoods, supplements. That's okay, but we should never forget the basics. So number one, sunset to sunrise. How many of you will do sunset to sunrise? Put your hands up. This is one of the most powerful ways of living. Now, many of you all are businessmen. Maybe you cannot eat your dinner at sunset, but at least try to have it earlier. As simple, maybe not 6 o'clock, maybe 7 o'clock. Not 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And then after you eat your dinner, you do not have dinner, you don't have food and you don't have water till sunrise. After sunrise. This is from your religion. It is one of the most powerful fasting. Today people say, Luke, I want to do intermittent fasting, 16 hours, 18 hours, 24 hours. I say, first you do 12 hours, sunset to sunrise. Because that is according to the nature cycle. Sunset to sunrise. You have diabetes, you have cancer, you have autoimmune conditions. Most of these conditions can get better when you start to live the cycle of sunrise to sunset. Sunset to sunrise. Now the second point, dry fasting. How many of you do dry fasting? You don't have water for many times in a year. Put your hands up. Dry fasting is from your religion as well. One of the most powerful fasting methods. Start with 8 hours, then go to 12 hours, then go to 24 hours if you can. But there is no supplement in the world that can give you the benefits of fasting. No supplement in the world. The third thing, you've heard of this concept, Samayik. How many of you have heard of Samayik? What is Samayik? Meditation, 48 minutes a day of silence, no distraction. It's already in your religion. How many people practicing it? Put your hands up. So I asked 3 questions out of this entire audience. Maybe only 2% of people have put their hands up. Now, should we look for complication, or should we start doing the fundamentals of what our religion teaches us? If you cannot do 48 minutes, do 10 minutes. But do 10 minutes every day. Today there's so much of stress in the world. Jainism already has the science and the wisdom built into the religion for great health. And even if you're sick, your recovery process can get better when you start to align to the fundamentals of Jainism. So that's how we integrate Jainism and the learnings into our practice. Priya.
Fantastic. तो ल्यूक ने अपने को बताया कि अपन जो चौहियार करते हैं, नौकारसी करते हैं, वो कितना ज़रूरी है अपने को, सिर्फ धर्म के लिए नहीं पर अपनी तबीयत के लिए भी. तो आज से अपने सभी चौहियार करना है, नौकारसी करना है, पोरसी करना है. जितना अपना धर्म भी हो जाएगा, तबीयत भी ठीक रह जाएगी. ल्यूक, प्लीज, आई वुड लाइक टू वेलकम Vijay Ji Bhandari, Vice Chairman Jito, who is the pride of Pune. He just got awarded yesterday as the pride of Pune. With the hands of our... Shri Kantilal Ji Oswal, ROM Zone Chairman, Shri Rajesh Ji Sankla, Shri Rajendra Ji Bora, Inder Ji Chhajed, Inder Kumar Ji Jain, Director Jito. Please join us on the dais, sir. Rajendra Ji Jain.
Louis is going to talk about the diet. और आपको लगता है कि हम में से कोई डाइट करने से है, और हम लोग आपको आज फेलिसिट के मतलब एक्चुअली बेसिकली आई लाइक टू टेल यू एवरीवन देयर लाउड अप्लॉज फॉर लिव फॉर कमिंग हियर. सिर्फ मैं इतना ही कहना चाहूँगा कि आज यहाँ पर आप लोगों ने जो ज़बरदस्त ऐसे 3 दिन के अंदर माहौल बनाया है, इसके लिए पूरी जीतो लेडीज़ विंग को एक बार ज़ोरदार तालियां बनती है. बहुत सारी चीज़ें इन लोगों से सीखने ऐसी है, और मैं आपको ज़रूर कहता हूँ कि देयर आर मैनी थिंग्स आई लर्न फ्रॉम यू. Liu, 100% we are going to learn from you many things. Only 2 minutes I'll take and then I'll leave because many people are standing there and don't like to waste the seats. संगीता जी ने विशेष तौर के ऊपर आज लुई को इधर लाया, और आपको हमने एक बार वर्चुअली भी सुना था. अभी मुझे कांतिलाल जी ने बताया कि आपको वर्चुअली हम लोगों ने सुना था, लेकिन इस वक्त आपको यहाँ पर आपका फिजिकल प्रेजेंस बहुत कुछ कहा जाता है. मुझे सुबह सुबह किसी ने बताया कि आपने बड़ा हॉल क्यों नहीं दिया, लेकिन आई एम वेरी सॉरी दैट ऑलरेडी हमारे बड़े हॉल सारे बुक हो चुके थे, इसलिए हम नहीं दे पाए आपको. हमारी लेडीज़ विंग की विशेष तौर के ऊपर खुशहाली छोड़ दिया. शी हैड वर्कड वेरी हार्ड फॉर दिस इवेंट. अ लाउड अप्लॉज फॉर हर. Lakisha ji Marlecha, who is the food sponsors, and I always believe that the people behind this, they really work very hard. इन्होंने हमारे फूड स्पॉन्सरशिप पूरी दी हुई है और पूरा ध्यान रखा है कि पूरे डाइट फूड दिया है हमको. हमने पिछले 15 दिन से हम इनका फूड ले रहे हैं, और तकरीबन भारती इज़ नॉट हियर, बट 2.5 से 3 किलो वजन मेरा कम हुआ है, क्योंकि सूर्यास्त और इसके बाद ही हम लोगों ने खाना लिया है. उसके लिए आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Lakisha, you have done a really good job. Thank you so much. A loud applause for her also. नरेंद्र जी बलदोटा आज हमारे यहाँ पर है, द फिटेस्ट पर्सन इन जीतो. सर एक बार आप फिर एक बार राइज होके दिखाइए सर कि हमारे यहाँ पर भी बहुत फिटेस्ट लोग हैं. प्लीज़ राइज, आप जहाँ पर भी खड़े हो जाइए प्लीज़ सर. At the age of 80, I'll tell you one thing, the fittest person of Jito, Narendra ji Baldota. थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच. एंड वी आर नॉट, मैं अभी ऑलरेडी हम इनका फेलिसिटेशन हो चुका है. मैं सभी को धन्यवाद देकर हम लोगों को एक और प्रोग्राम ज्वाइन करना है. मैं आपका यहाँ से अभी वक्त जाया ना करते हुए ओवर टू यू संगीता. थैंक यू सो मच. एंड आई लाइक टू खुशहाली प्लीज बी ऑन द डायस, और लकीशा यू ऑल्सो बी ऑन द डायस. थैंक यू सो मच.
Well, it seems that it's a photo op moment along with Luke, so I request all the dignitaries to come together, come forward for a group photo op. So I would rather say they are the pillars of Jito. हमारे जीतो के स्तंभ है ये, the stronger ones. Everybody standing on the stage, please smile, look in the camera, and all of us, can we please put our hands together? Thank you so much.
Thank you, dignitaries. Thank you so much for blessing us, and thank you for all the felicitations. Luke, you always talk about integration. You always talk about lifestyle as a medicine. So when you say that, what is it that you mean?
So I'll explain this answer with a story. There's a girl, she's 16 years old. She has a headache. Every day she has a headache, she goes to the doctor. The doctor gives her the medicine, she takes the medicine, the headache goes. The next day she has a headache again, she takes the medicine and the headache goes. Now she can continue with this, or she finds that she's getting a headache because she's not sleeping well at night, or she has a constipation problem. So she fixes the constipation, she starts to sleep better, now she doesn't get a headache. Does she have to take the tablet anymore? That is what integrative lifestyle medicine is. You address the root cause of the problem. While we can take medicine, medicine is good for us, it saves lives, but we must also address the root cause. Why am I putting on weight? Why do I have PCOS? Why is my menopause so painful? My mother didn't have painful menopause. Why are my legs paining? Why do I have cancer? You can take the medicine, but you want to find the root cause of the problem. Because if you take the root cause of the problem, you can make sure it doesn't come back again. All of you are businessmen and businesswomen. If there is a problem in your company, will you find the core problem or will you just put a band-aid over the solution, the problem? You'll find the core problem, because if you take the core problem, your business changes. But if you sweep it under the carpet, like small problems, ignore. What's going to happen to your business? Big problems. So lifestyle medicine is root cause. You find the root cause of what is the issue with you. I cannot sleep at night. Sleeping medicines are there, but it's too much of stress. If I look after my stress, I can sleep. Do I need the sleeping medication? No. So lifestyle medicine is a balance of your lifestyle with medicine so that eventually you can get off medicine in a very safe way.
तो ल्यूक कहते हैं कि अपनी लाइफस्टाइल बदलो, अपने आप वो दवाई का काम करेगी. बराबर टाइम से सो, टाइम से खाना खाओ, अपने आप वो दवाई का काम करेगी. Luke, should we stress about day-to-day things like traffic, work pressure, study pressure, so many pressures? This causes a lot of stress in our lives. So should we worry about this? And how does this affect our health adversely?
So today, stress is the #1 cause of disease. Not little stress. Little stress is good for us. Everyday stress. You wake up, sleep deprived, you're thinking about work, family problem, business problem, partner problem. Chronic stress is the root cause of disease. Stress is not a bad thing. If we didn't have the stress to build our business, we would not be motivated, right? We need that little stress. But emotional stress is the root cause of all disease today. So traffic. Traffic is a stress for everyone. Can we control traffic? Let go. Jainism teaches you the power of acceptance and letting go. The things that cannot be controlled, can you win? You have control over the weather today? No. You can grumble about the weather or you can accept it. You decide where to cut the stress right now. So at any point in life, what I want you to remember, stress is not a person, stress is not a thing, stress is not an event. Stress is the way you relate to it. If you have a poor relation with a person, stress in your life. Some people are different. You accept them, no stress. You cannot accept them, let go. Everyone has the choice to accept and let go. Why don't we use it? Why don't we use the choices that we have? Most people's stress today is you're trying to control things that are not controllable. Can you control when your daughter is going to get married? When your son is going to get married? You can wish, but can you control the outcome? Why stress? You can take action, but why stress? Why create anxiety? So we have to understand everyone in this room will have stress. What is out of control, you accept or let go. What is in control, you take action. This is the fundamental of any stress. Because today anxiety and stress is linked with diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer's, weight gain, weight loss, constipation, PCOS, basically you know what I'm going to say, everything. So it is up to us. We have the power to choose. But what stops us from choosing acceptance and letting go? The ego. How can she say this? How can he say this? How can he behave like this? How can she behave like that? Do we have control over other people's behavior? No. So most of our stress in life today, business stress. All of you are business people. When you got into business, you know there will be good days and bad days, right? You knew. Anyone entered business thinking it's only going to be good? No. We know there is going to be up and down. And that is where acceptance, letting go, and managing your own stress comes into place. COVID happened for 2 years. There were deaths, there was suffering, all of that. Human beings are now back on track. Some people have not recovered because they're living in fear. Fear will never allow you to progress in life. You, your children, anyone. So with stress, this is how we look at it, very holistically.
तो ल्यूक का कहना है स्ट्रेस ये अपने सब बीमारियों का जड़ है. स्ट्रेस के वजह से कैंसर, डायबिटीज़, सारी जितनी बीमारियां हैं ये स्ट्रेस है. और जो चीज़ अपन नहीं चेंज कर सकते उसे अपने को एक्सेप्ट करना है. तो ठीक है ना, गंगाधाम चौक पे ट्रैफिक था तो था ट्रैफिक. ठीक है ना, आज गर्मी है तो थी गर्मी. ऐसा ल्यूक का कहना, मेरा नहीं. Luke, you talk about a circadian rhythm. And you say that we should align our sleep as per the circadian rhythm. So what is it? What do you mean by that? What is the circadian rhythm? And how do we work on this?
So Jainism, I'm speaking about Jainism because I love the religion. Very powerful, lots of science and wisdom. So I learned from it. Now what I'm saying, I also love other religions. Always there are learnings from every religion, but today I'm speaking about Jainism. Okay, so the point is, nature has a cycle. Jainism is aligned to nature, agree? Everyone knows that, right? Do you see night birds or night animals running around in the day, playing around? No, they sleep at night. The same thing, day animals will sleep during night. Human beings are the only species who challenge this. When we're supposed to be sleeping, we want to be awake. So we've broken a rhythm. We can survive. The human body is very strong. We can do night shifts, pilots fly in the night, doctors work in the night. It's fine. But if we are abusing the cycle of nature, like I should sleep at 10 o'clock, but no, I want to watch TV and eat till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Is that right behavior? Once in a way, it's okay. Weekend, but every day, you're breaking a rhythm. What is a rhythm? There is a band of musicians here. The music is beautiful. It sounds good. One musician makes a mistake. That beautiful music now becomes noise. How? The rhythm is broken. Your heartbeat, rhythm. Brain pulse, rhythm. Hormones, rhythm. We have a natural rhythm in us. If that rhythm is out of place, we have disease, pain, all the problems, disharmony. When the rhythm is in place, there is harmony. When the rhythm is out of place, there's disharmony. If you eat at the wrong time, do you feel good? No. Why? Rhythm is broken. If you miss a meal, do you feel good? No, the rhythm is broken. So the circadian rhythm aligns us with nature. The best time to sleep, practically, is 2 hours before midnight, 10 o'clock. The 2 hours before midnight is the most powerful for the body. So sometimes it's not possible, but at least can we make it maybe 10:30? If not 10:30, maybe 11. But if we're sleeping at 2, 3 a.m. every day, see, we're students, we're studying, we're working on a project, that's for how long? A few days in a year? Few days in a year. The rhythm is okay. But now, my night ends at 12 midnight. I'm not sleeping, I've moved into the next day awake instead of sleeping. What is broken? The rhythm. You'll get used to it. You'll say, I'm okay, I'm a night owl, I can do it. But inside, there's a problem. Today, PCOS, hormonal problems amongst women and men is the biggest. It's not because of food. It is not because of food. Food is important. It's because of sleep deprivation and stress levels. High stress levels. Because the hormones are out of balance. So you have a hormonal problem. When the hormones are in balance, everything works the right way. So the circadian rhythm aligns us with nature. Same thing with food. Junk food is okay, but it should be 5%. It should not, 95% should be wholesome, natural food. That is the rhythm of nature. Junk food have. I'm not saying we should not have junk food at all. But if 95% of your diet is junk food and 5% is natural, what is broken? The rhythm is broken. Constipation, bloating, acidity, weight gain, all of these problems start to happen. Exercise. Everyone's body is different. Some people like yoga, some people like weightlifting, some people like running. Now, if I force you to do an exercise that your body doesn't like, do you think it will help you? Rhythm is broken. So there is a rhythm in nutrition, exercise, sleep, and thought process. If I'm always thinking negative thoughts, can I be happy? Can I sleep at night? No, it's a rhythm. Once one negative thought becomes the second, third, fourth, fifth, and suddenly my life is negative. If I'm thinking negative, my life is negative. I'll give you a simple example. If I ask all of you right now to be angry, can you be angry? No. You have to first have an angry thought. So every thought becomes a feeling. So if I tell you to be happy now, why should you be happy? But if I say something that makes you happy, thought becomes feeling. So whenever you're feeling low, you're feeling stressed out, what is the first thing you should do? We want to have ice cream and all of that. You can do that second. The first thing that you do, what am I thinking? Your feeling is based on your thought process. So there is a rhythm. Sad people are only thinking sad thoughts. People with depression are only thinking thoughts of depression. And that's why they need help. Happy people, when you see some people are happy, no matter what is going on in their life, because they're thinking happy thoughts. They choose not to focus on the negative. So again, we have a choice to be mindful. That is why in your own religion, Samaik is to reflect. What thoughts am I thinking? If I'm sad, how do I change my thoughts? If I'm happy, which thoughts should I keep on thinking? So that right now, you understand that everyone has the power to control this. Agreed? This is controllable. So these are things which are in our control. These are powers that everyone has to choose. Which thoughts to give more attention, which thoughts to take away attention.
So Luke, we understand when you say that positive thoughts make you happy, the positive thoughts give you good health. But how do you remain positive all the time? It is not possible.
You cannot be positive all the time. Today many people will say, think positive, be positive. Is it possible? Impossible. Don't listen to those people. It is not possible because the mind is always, right now I'm looking at all of these things. I can have positive people, positive thoughts, lots of people, all of that. Negative thoughts could also be there, or the heat, the summer, all of those things. But you can never be positive all the time. Do not listen to that because then you get frustrated because you cannot achieve it. What you cannot achieve frustrates you. But now let me give you an example. You have a negative thought. The power is, how much time do I spend with that negative thought? How do I convert the negative thought into a positive thought? So let me give you an example of one of my cancer patients. She's diagnosed with 4th stage cancer, negative. Of course, unhappy, family, whatever. Now, how do we change her thinking? Okay, I got 4th stage cancer, but I'm working with the best doctors, I'm eating the best food, negative to positive. My business is not doing well, but there are so many parts of my business that have potential, negative to positive. So at any given point, exams for students, oh, I want 90% marks, 100% marks, okay, fine, let me just do my best. I cannot control the outcome. All I can control is how much I study. So you see, we have the power to choose and change from negative to positive. Negative thought, Pune is hot, very hot weather. Okay, my clothes are going to get wet, makeup may melt, all those problems and stuff, that's a joke, but all those problems will happen. But the thing is, how do I make it a positive thing? I am at an event with so many people from around the country coming. So if we choose to stay negative, you are going to feel negative right now. But we always have a choice to move from negative to positive. So now in society, you go for a party, everyone's talking something negative. Someone's talking about the government, someone is talking about the weather. What is the energy of the party? Negative, right? Negative. So in our social friend groups, kitty party groups, business groups, if we are only talking negative, our feeling is going to be based on what we talk. So we have the ability to choose mindfully. That is why we meditate, for mindfulness. We don't meditate for peace. We meditate for mindfulness, because when you're mindful, you find peace even when there's chaos. So it is very important for you to meditate. So mindfully, you know how to change from negative to positive, but you can never be positive all the time. So don't put a benchmark which is impossible to achieve.
Thank you, Luke. That was really needed, especially in Corona times, when we would hear these news कि ना इतना COVID बढ़ गया, इधर इतना death हो गया.
So COVID deaths, there were many COVID deaths. What the news didn't tell you, that all the COVID deaths are still not equivalent to the number of people who die from diabetes every year. So you see, you got news which is only focused on putting fear in your head. We've not even come close to the amount of COVID deaths, of the number of diabetics, heart patients dying every quarter. But the fear was based on the information that came into our head. If we chose to believe it, we got stressed out. So that's why mindfulness is very, very important for us.
Luke, you spoke about sleeping. So my question to you is, what is important, quantity या quality? हम कहते हैं कि we should sleep 6 to 8 hours, or do I feel fresh after sleeping for 5 hours? So what do you think is important?
So sleep is medicine. It's free medicine. How many of y'all use free medicine? Put your hands up. Sleep is good? Excellent. It's a free medicine. Okay? When you sleep, there is magic that happens in the body. Now, how much should you sleep? There is only one question. Everyone in this room is different. Everyone. And it can never be the same. Now, last night or yesterday, if I had a very, very tough day, physical energy, mental energy, do you think 7 hours should be the same figure every day? Maybe today my body needs 8 hours. The question to ask yourself, instead of me telling you to sleep 7 to 8 hours, which is inaccurate, is when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself one question. How do I feel? Am I ready to start the day? Or do I need to sleep more? I need coffee to start. If you need to sleep more and you need coffee to start your day, you are sleep deprived. Even if you slept 5 hours and you wake up fresh and you can get through your day, your body had sufficient sleep. So one day it can be 5 hours, one day it can be 6 hours, one day it can be 7 hours. So on an average, usually 7 to 8 is an average. But some people sleep beautifully in 6 hours. Now there's also a problem with oversleeping. If you are sleeping 9 hours and more, it's actually bad for your heart. It is bad for your brain. So some people with emotional problems, depression, they don't want to get out of bed, so they go on sleeping. That is also bad for your health. Too much and too little can be dangerous. That is why we say balance. Jainism talks about balance, soul, mind, body. So it is very important to ask yourself, how do I feel when I wake up? And every day can be different. Today I slept 8 hours. Other days I slept 6 hours because I slept late last night. So if I'm following my body's natural rhythm, my body will wake me up when I'm ready. Of course, some of us have jobs, we have to catch flights and stuff like that. So if I have to catch an early morning flight, what is my solution? I'll try to go to sleep 1 hour earlier, right? Possible? In control? Choice. You have to make a decision for that. That's the importance of sleep.
Another very, very important question.
Your mic's off. Excuse me, sound please.
I have. My next question to you, Luke, I'm asking in behalf of everybody. हम लोग सब बोलते हैं हमें वजन कम करना है. We all want to lose weight. You work with the Bollywood actors. They have set such impossible standards of beauty. Everybody is like this size waist and these size hands. So what is important, Luke? Is it looking thin is important or being fit? And what is the difference between being thin and being fit?
So being fit is the most important. I have thin people who are very sick. And I have people who have excess weight and they are healthy. Your body size does not determine your health. I have models who are thin, size 0 figures. They have diabetes, emotional problems. It is fitness, physical and emotional fitness. This is important. Not thin. Thin can be unhealthy. Overweight can also be unhealthy. But the point is, since you asked me about Bollywood, I'm not going to give you a diet. My advice is don't compare yourself with things that cannot be compared. Their lives are very different. Their lives are very different. So when I wrote a book, my first book with Shilpa Shetty, people from around India like, give me a diet for Shilpa Shetty. I want to look like Shilpa Shetty. I made a lot of money that time, you know. But my point is, do you think a diet that Shilpa Shetty is eating will make you look the same way? There are so many other factors. So many other factors. Look at everyone here. Everyone is different in their own body structure. No one can look identically the same. Identically the same. So my advice, whether it's Bollywood, Tollywood, Hollywood, doesn't matter. The biggest problem in today's generation is we are comparing our lives with other people. And that is why there is so much unhappiness. You cannot be happy with yourself. So today you get a good body. Tomorrow you see someone with a better body. And now you're sad again. Today you made lots of money, but you meet someone who has more money than you. Because you're comparing, now you're sad. So comparison is the biggest problem of the generation. I'm not talking only about teenagers. I'm talking about teenagers, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, even 70s. People in 70s also have WhatsApp and YouTube today, and they are comparing themselves. Oh, my hair's falling. Yes, ma'am, you're 70. It's about time it will start falling. You cannot compare everything. Because when we start comparing, we are being ungrateful. Remember that. Now we can compare to learn. Oh, I want to have something like that. Let me work. I want to have a great business like him, like her. Let me work towards it. But comparison is an act of ingratitude. Jainism talks about gratitude, talks about thankfulness. Every time I say, oh, I wish I had his body, her body, I'm rejecting my own gift of life. People need to understand this. Most of us are rejecting our own bodies, our own who we are. When you compare your children with other children, you are rejecting your child. You're rejecting your child. When you compare other people with others, it's a form of rejection and ingratitude. And that is why people comparing can never be happy. They can never, ever be happy. That is why social media. Is the problem social media? Do you think problem is social media? No. It is the person using social media. Social media is great, but it can destroy you. It can also create you. We can learn knowledge from social media, and we can take knowledge that destroys us. So social media is not the problem. The problem is the person behind social media. So when I'm mindfully looking at social media, I'm mindfully going with intention. I want to learn something, look at this. If I'm going with mindlessness, I start scrolling. I start seeing other people's life. Unconsciously, you start comparing. And then it becomes conscious. And then you're unhappy. So it is very important for us to understand that comparison is a very, very big problem.
Thank you, Luke. Luke, I wanted to ask you, we spoke about sleep. So you said that insomnia can be treated through lifestyles. So how do we treat insomnia through lifestyle?
So first of all, insomnia is a medical word, okay, which is a bit challenged today. An insomniac, by definition, means you can never sleep, but they sleep for 1 to 2 hours. So is it the right term? Insomnia definition is cannot sleep at all. But everyone sleeps for at least 1 to 2 hours. So take the word out of your head, number one. Because that word makes you believe that you can never sleep. The mind can make you believe the truth and the lie. Now when it comes to retraining your sleep cycle, I have only one solution for you. There are many small solutions. Put your phone off 1 hour before bed. Don't switch it on 1 after you wake up. Don't have coffee in the night. But if you retrain your sleep cycle, I will give you the solution right now. So you select a wake-up time. Whatever, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to you. Select a wake-up time for 1 week. And no matter what time you sleep at night, you will wake up at that time. Even if you slept at 3 in the morning and you set 5 o'clock for wake up, you will wake up. Now what's going to happen? You'll be tired during the day. Do not take an afternoon nap. Okay? This is the process of retraining the rhythm of sleep. Second night, third night, you will find automatically you're going to sleep earlier because the body's tired and you're falling asleep faster. The 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock wake up time remains the same. So if you want to retrain your cycle of sleep, this is the most powerful way of doing it. It's a rhythm. It can be out of harmony or it can be in harmony. So by setting a fixed wake up time, and no matter what time you sleep, you wake up at that time. Do not sleep during the day. Within 4 to 5 days, most people's cycle of sleep, you have to do this continuously, 4 or 5 days. it will be reset automatically. You will not need an alarm to wake you up, and you will not need Luke to remind you to go to sleep on time. Your body will tell you, I'm shutting down, let me go to sleep. Your body speaks to you all the time. It is telling you right now how you're feeling. I'm acidic, poor digestion. I have hair fall, I have a deficiency. I'm putting on weight, could be a hormonal problem. Your body is telling you these things. It's giving you signs. The body is so intelligent. So when you listen to this intelligence, right now everyone in this room knows what their problem is. Everyone. It's called a perfect truth and a perfect lie. You know what you should be doing, but you're not doing it. That's your perfect truth. And your perfect lie is the lie you tell yourself every day. I need a diet plan. No, you just need to stop overeating. I need to exercise more. No, you don't. You need to exercise consistently. So these are the powerful words that we use to change our lifestyle.
So basically you're saying is listen to your body.
Absolutely.
Your body tells you how much to sleep, how much to eat, and how much to exercise.
Every day, yeah.
Okay. Luke, I wanted to ask you, what are the 4 pillars that you talk about? What are the 4 pillars that we need to focus on? What are the 4 pillars that will ensure that we have a happy, healthy, long life?
Okay. So we have 4 pillars. We actually have 5. So one is nutrition. What you feed yourself is a reflection of what is on your body, in your body, energy levels, hair, skin, face, all of that stuff. Nutrition is one vertical. The second is movement, exercise. Whether you walk, you do yoga, you dance, movement is important for health and a long life. The third vertical is sleep, quality sleep, not quantity, quality sleep. The fourth vertical, which is the most important, is your emotional wellness. Now within these pillars is the spirit, your spirituality. I'm not talking about religion, I'm talking about your spirit. The more disconnected you are from your spirit, can you feel happy? Can you be grateful? Can you enjoy life? Absolutely not. So the spirit is in between these 4 pillars. So if I'm taking care of my nutrition, exercise, sleep, emotional wellness, I'm connecting back to the source, which is me. Today the whole world is connected outwards. We're connected to other people's lives, what people are saying, who's doing what, who did this, who bought that. Outward connection. We need a inward connection. So these are the 5 pillars. These are not my pillars. These are the fundamentals of human life. These are the fundamentals of prevention, the fundamentals of disease, the fundamentals of spirituality. That's why Jainism just doesn't talk about praying. It also advises you how to eat, when to fast, right? Food is an important part of your religion. It's an important part of spirituality. Jainism also has exercise in, walking. In traditional Jainism, cars were not allowed to be used. You walk. That's why sustainable villages were built. So everything is walking. So that was how Jainism brought movement and exercise in it today. We may want to join a fancy gym, but are you doing the basics of walking? What is the point of a gym membership which you're mostly never going to use if you cannot be consistent with your walking? So these are the pillars of integrative and lifestyle.
Completely agree with you. When we look at our Guru Bhagwans, our saints, they just walk. And they have limited hours of eating. They have a lot of fasting. And touch wood, they're all very, very healthy. Though Jito does take care of them for the health issues.
Of course.
They're just very healthy because of all the things that you said. Their health, their food, their walking, amazing. I wanted to ask you, today is Mother's Day. And as mothers, we are all very focused on what food should we give to our children, what would help them to concentrate better, be sharper in school, be sharper at work. How important is food with relation to concentration?
So food and the brain is directly connected. When you eat junk food, do you feel good in your brain? You feel excited, happy. But do you feel good? You feel sluggish, tired after a while. Because your brain health is controlled by food. Today for concentration, focus for children and even adults, before food, you need to check vitamin D3 levels and vitamin B12 levels. 1 in 2 Indians, if not every Indian, has low levels of B12 and D3. Forget about walnuts and omega-3s and all of that stuff. If you don't have the basics in place, it is not going to work. So vitamin D3 and B12 are the first levels you need to check. Many years ago, you didn't have to do this because we had access to good quality sunlight, movement, better quality food. Today, everything is too clean. Your vegetables are too clean. They don't have soil, which feeds your microbiome, that gives you natural vitamin B12. So times have changed, and that's why we need to check our levels. Now, for concentration, more than food is sleep deprivation. A lot of families allow their children and teenagers to sleep very late at night. If the brain is not rested, can it focus and concentrate? Can food fix the problem that sleep should be taking care of? No, right? But anyway, talking about the foods which are powerful for the brain are your omega-3s. All of your nuts, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, all of these nuts are rich in omega-3. Seeds, your flax seeds, very, very powerful. Pumpkin seeds, you all can eat that, right? That's allowed in Jainism, seeds? Seeds are allowed. Some of them, yeah. Your fruits contain flavonoids, polyphenols. Natural, local fruits are all good for your brain. But you know the one thing that rejuvenates the brain the most, more than food, is sleep. Your brain detoxifies when you sleep. Have you ever realized how your brain detoxifies? We talk about liver cleanse, colon cleanse. We go to hill stations for detox programs. There is only one way you can detox your brain. It is through sleep. And that is why sleep deprivation today is connected with every single brain disease and physical disease as well.
Besides immunity, Luke, you always talk about inflammation. And you say inflammation is directly related to diseases. So how do we take care of inflammation in our day-to-day lives?
So inflammation is your immune system. Your immune system produces inflammation to protect you. You fall down, your leg swells up. That is inflammation. The body is doing the right thing at the right time. Now after a while, the inflammation goes down and your leg is fine. That is a perfect immune system. In COVID, we all heard of the cytokine storm, right? In the lungs. Why did COVID become so dangerous? Because your body's immune system produced inflammation, but it didn't know how to turn off inflammation. So the inflammation stayed on and started attacking lung tissues, heart, body tissues. That's why you had pain, fatigue, tiredness. So inflammation is a good thing. It's a problem and dangerous when the body doesn't know how to switch it off. So every disease, cancer, diabetes, obesity, all of these are inflammatory diseases. Medically, they are called inflammatory diseases. They're caused by inflammation that does not come down. Now, what causes this inflammation? Pollution, poor food habits, sleep deprivation, chronic stress, over-exercising, not exercising, all the pillars. If I do these 4 pillars the right way, my body knows how to turn off inflammation. Now let's say, for example, person A has diabetes. Diabetes is an inflammatory condition. Your doctor will give you medicine, levels will come down, but you still have diabetes. There's still inflammation in your body. Now if I change the way I eat, the time I eat, the portions and quantities, I look at my sleep, I look at my stress levels, inflammation in my cells come down. Now all of a sudden your HbA1c and your sugar levels are fine. The doctor stops your medication. That's how you get off medication. By reducing inflammation. Thyroid, inflammatory. Cancer, inflammatory. So you have to understand the root cause of every problem is inflammation. The body loses its intelligence to switch off. And that inflammation becomes dangerous. How many of you are aware of autoimmune conditions? Arthritis, eczema. That is where your own immune system is attacking you. Immune system is to protect you, but it's attacking you because there are triggers in the body and outside that causes your own immune system to become your enemy. So this is an example of inflammation, and this is why it's so important for us to look after it. Yeah.
So Luke, what I understand, is cancer a lifestyle disease, and can we prevent cancer?
So about 6% of the cancers are highly genetic. No matter how fit you are, unhealthy you are, if the gene is strong, unfortunately you will get the cancer. Can it be put into remission? Yes, most cases. 95% of the cancers are lifestyle driven today. What does this mean? If my poor lifestyle has caused cancer, a change of lifestyle can also help me to go into remission. See, there is destiny. Are we in control of destiny? Anyone in control of destiny? No, we don't know when our time is going to come. So we leave that and we focus on what we can do. How can I change my lifestyle? Today, most of our cancer cases, there are commonalities. In women, breast cancers, there is a commonality of deep emotional stress, sleep deprivation, coupled together. In our men, anger, chronic anger, irritability, trying to do too many things, sleep deprivation. Because your own body's immunity is weak. You cannot have cancer if the immune system is strong. Whenever you see someone with cancer, the first thing that comes to your mind is somewhere the person's immunity broke. How many of you know fit people who are getting cancer today? People who exercise, people who are healthy, people who are spiritual, they're getting cancer. It is a function of your immune system. So absolutely cancers can be prevented. And if cancers come and you work the right way, focusing, I'm not saying cancers can go in remission. You have data to show you. How many millions of cancer patients no longer have cancer? Right? So what do you see? Possibility. So yes, absolutely, poor lifestyle is one of the biggest causes today of cancer.
Another thing that I understand now is that, see, we all are emotionally connected, right? So sometimes you have frustrations in relationships, you have frustrations at work, and especially with your loved ones. Does that affect our health? And how do we control that?
So see, frustrations is a human reaction to something. Something's not happened, I'm frustrated. Not a problem. But if you keep going on with that frustration, it becomes chronic emotional distress, which affects your health, period. Now the point is, what is wrong with disappointment in life? What is wrong with frustration? What is wrong with failure? What is wrong with maybe not having everything? The point is the human mind today feels entitled. Everyone expects everything has to happen. Simple example, instant gratification. You want food, Zomato, Swiggy, you will get it in an instant. So we're not okay if we have to wait for food. We're not okay if things are slow. So the point is, many people in this audience, including myself, all of us at some point, we go through difficult journeys. But the problem that humans make, we resist these journeys. Sometimes you have to go through a journey to prepare you for the next leg of life. Maybe you have to go through a broken relationship so that your next relationship is better. Maybe you have to go through failure to understand the direction that you want your life to move in. But we look so negatively at all of these things. So if I'm thinking negatively about a solution, what's going to happen? Negative thought, negative feeling. None of us like disappointments and frustrations, but how do we change our perception? Every mistake, every heartbreak that you've had, anything in your life that has gone wrong, you can feel the pain of it. Of course, never suppress the emotion. You can be angry, you can be sad, you can feel hurt. But now, look back and only look at it one way. What lesson can I take from there? There is always a lesson from an experience. So how do you take an experience, a negative experience, and how do you turn that into a lesson that empowers your life? You'll hear lots of people in broken relationships, love is not good for me, love is not meant for me. The problem is not love. The problem was the person who was loving you or you loving them. Is the problem love? Or is the problem the way the relationship was handled? So you see, our minds, we form perceptions very, very easily. And those perceptions, if they're negative, we feel negative. So frustrations, what is wrong with that? You think anyone in this audience is going to have a life without struggles, a life without disappointment? So right now, open up your minds that it exists. There is sadness, there is disappointment, there is hurt, there is betrayal, there is loss, there is debt. Once you face this in life, you know it's going to be there. You become stronger at perceiving it differently. But if you look at it negatively, debt, people are looking negatively at debt. Remind yourself every day that everyone around you, including yourself, is going to die. So now if I told you this, everyone over here, we are all going to die. Knowing this, what is the one change you can make in your life right now? What is the one change you can make in your life right now, knowing you are going to die? Yes, sir. Absolutely. Live abundantly. Forgive. Don't hold on to small things. Everyone, your biggest enemy, is going to die. Acceptance, letting go. So the knowledge of debt teaches us to live abundantly. It helps us and gives us power to forgive more easily. Forgiveness is difficult, but it gives us strength to forgive. Because is it worth carrying grudges this lifetime when you know everyone's going to die? Is it worth it? How many of you like living with unforgiveness in your heart? It's an anchor. It's heavy. So don't look negatively at frustration, disappointments, all. Change your perception. We don't like it. It's okay. But how can I perceive it differently? So from anything negative in your life, what lesson can I take? What experience can I take? And how can I make sure that empowers me to build my extraordinary life? That's how we look at it.
Nice. Luke, I wanted to ask you, we women go through a lot of hormonal changes. Right from puberty, right from after birth, it's puberty. then it is menstruation, then it is pregnancy, hormonal imbalance, menopause. That creates a lot of problems mentally and physically. How do we take care of our hormonal imbalances?
So my question is, your mom and your mom's mom, did they go through the problems that we went through today?
No.
Hormonal issues and stuff like that? No,
No.
we didn't. I'll continue talking?
Yeah, continue.
We didn't go through those issues today because we're constantly speaking about it. We're speaking about menopause. We're speaking about hormonal imbalances and all of these problems. We've made it a problem. Is menopause natural or unnatural? It's natural. It has to happen. Is puberty natural or unnatural? It has to happen. If the rhythm is broken, the puberty and menopause is going to be difficult. If the rhythm is complete, but now 10 women in a group, example, all talking about the negative facts of menopause. What are you manifesting? You're hearing other people suffering. It's becoming your own suffering for a problem that you may never have. The mind is that powerful. So it's a natural process. If you put the pillars in place right now, your menopause will be smooth. Puberty of your children will be smooth. But a young child hitting puberty who's sleep deprived, do you think their puberty is going to be easy? Absolutely not. So PCOS, juvenile diabetes, weight gain in the belly area, all of these problems are symptoms of a hormonal imbalance.
What are the messages that you would like to give us? How do you think, what is it that we should incorporate right from getting up? Like you keep talking about gratitude. You keep saying that the first thing in the morning, you get up. I've heard a lot of your videos on this, on gratitude and how to begin the day. So please elaborate on that.
So how you start your day is the most important thing. If you start your day off angry, mostly your day is going to be with a lot of stress. That 1 hour that you wake up in the morning, even in Jainism, is a very sacred hour. You pray, you meditate, all of that. So the first rule is do not put your phones on the moment you wake up. At least 1 hour, keep your phone off. Because the moment you put it on, you're going to be pulled into WhatsApp, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, and then your mind is carried away. So 1 hour, do it later. 1 hour. In that 1 hour, you finish your bathroom rituals. Maybe you do a little bit of yoga, meditation, prayer. Plan your day. I'm going to give you all 5 questions right now that I want you all to reflect on every morning. And you can do the exercise right now. Many things cannot be guaranteed in life. But I can guarantee you one thing. When you do this exercise, you will feel an energy in your heart right now. These are 5 questions. We will send it to you also. In the morning when you wake up, you can do it any time in the day. The first question that you reflect on is, ask yourself, what do I want to receive today? What do I want to receive today? Just close your eyes and limitlessly dream. I want to receive love, abundance, care, whatever, great health. What you want to receive today. The next question that you reflect on is, what do I want to give today? So I want to give, love. I want to give care. I want to give my 500% to my patients. The third question is, how do I want to feel today? You decide how you want to feel today. Society and your day doesn't decide that. I want to feel strong. I want to feel courage. I want to feel healthy. I want to feel energetic. You affirm this. Chanting, affirmations, same concept. Now, after you do this, the next question is, how do I want to make other people feel today? So you see, it's working on give and take. There's gratitude, visualization, meditation, reflection. How do I want to make other people feel today? I want to make other people feel good. I want to appreciate them. I want to say nice things. Maybe I want to forgive someone today. And the last question is, who do I want to be today? Who do I want to be today? I want to be Luke Coutinho, the best with my patients, giving my 500%. I want to have the energy to get through my day. I want to have abundance in my life. By doing this little exercise, what are you doing? Programming the subconscious mind. In religion, it's called chanting, repetition of prayer, going into your subconscious mind. And anytime you feel low in the day, go through this exercise. Your problems will still be there in life, but you will feel better. And life is all about feeling good. When the body and the mind feels good, the health is good. It is impossible for a sick body to heal if the mind is not feeling good. Always remember that, the mind-body connection.
Another completely off-track question I wanted to ask you was, what are good foods, bad foods, fat diets? We heard first, we were told when I was growing up, ghee is not good for us. And now everybody is like, nee, ghee khao, ghee is good, because the Western society started saying ghee is good. Similar thing with coconut oil. We were said coconut oil, very high cholesterol. Now the entire world has gone back to coconut oil. No rice, quinoa. So what is this good food, bad food, or are there anything such thing as a good food, bad food?
See, there is good food and there is food that you should not consume too often. Don't give it a name, bad food, because what happens every time you eat a bad food, you'll have guilt. You'll feel guilty because you're putting something bad. If you're doing something bad in your life, you feel guilty. So don't label it. There's good food and food that you should not eat so much. Now the point is, I want to ask everyone a question. The food that your parents fed you while you were growing up, if you were a happy, healthy child, that is exactly the same food that you should be eating today, period. That's it. There is no need to search for diets when the food that your parents fed you kept you healthy. Why are we changing? Why are we looking outside of our country for advice on oils and foods which are local to our country? Pure ghee may not be good for an American diet because it is already a fat-heavy diet. They eat meat. Meat has a lot of saturated fat. Ghee has a lot of saturated fat. So America will say ghee is bad. But does it mean it's bad for Indians? So the more we start comparing our lives and looking for external advice, the time your parents fed you all coconut oil and pure ghee, heart disease, Alzheimer's, cancer was unheard of in our country. Unheard of in our country. When we started moving to refined oils and all of these things, all the lifestyle diseases started. So the wisdom exists already here. Now we can take knowledge and new knowledge from the West, East, North, South, that's fine. But the basics, if you grew up on ghee and you were not sick, why are you stopping it now? If you grew up on coconut oil, why are you stopping it now if it didn't make you sick back then? How many of you try to change your parents and say, don't eat white bread, eat brown bread now, it's healthier? But how many of your parents are eating white bread, having chai with sugar, 2 Marie biscuits every day, and they are still healthier than this generation?
Yes.
Right? So is the problem the white bread or the Marie biscuits? It's mindset. We're looking for small things. The 4 pillars are your fundamentals. Keep the fundamentals in place, your body will look after you. You don't keep the fundamentals in place, then you need complication. You already have an intelligence within you that is designed to keep you alive, help you repair, heal, recover. When we need external medication, we take it. But never forget that we all have the ability to heal within us.
So you're basically saying carbs are okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so like we have kids nowadays, especially I know kids in my house, they're like, no carbs, only protein. We want paneer, we want mung chilla, we want everything, but high protein. Tell me about keto diet. Do you think that works for us?
See, the keto diet is a very good diet for people with brain cancer, tumors, epilepsy. It's a medical diet. But because the side effect of a good keto diet is weight loss, it became a fad diet. Can you sustain a keto diet? Exactly. So your results are not going to be sustainable. Before you get onto any diet, the question that you need to ask yourself is it sustainable? If the answer is no, your goals are not going to be sustainable. Second is, does it make me happy or sad? If your diet is making you sad, do you think you can reach your overall goal? No. So that's how we determine the good diets and bad diets. There's no problem with carbohydrates. There's quality carbohydrates, and there are bad quality or not so good quality carbohydrates. I can have rice, roti, and dal at 6 in the evening, carbs. And I can have it at 11 in the night. Big difference. But is the problem the carb or is the problem the timing? So carbs are not the villain. If we're overeating carbs, the problem is overeating. The problem is not the carbohydrates. So it's very important to understand that isn't a fad.
And what about breakfast? There was a time when we grew up, we were told breakfast is very good. Today everybody's like, no breakfast, intermittent fasting. So what is it that we should be following?
If you are hungry in the morning, really physically hungry, not emotional, eat breakfast. If you're not hungry, your body's not asking for your food. Fast. As simple as that. Why is everyone doing 16-8? How can you take a human body and put it in a box? Everyone doing 16-8. Some people get results in 12 hours. Some people need 19 hours. By putting yourself into a box of 16-8 is a fad. Intermittent fasting benefits can start off from 12 hours. It's how consistently you do it, how regularly you do it. So don't put yourself into a box. Everybody is different. Most of my patients and clients do 12 hours of Jainism fasting. Sunset to sunrise, and that's all. They get benefits, better benefits than people one day do 18 hours, one day do 16 hours. The rhythm is broken, right? So you see the circadian rhythm with all the choices that you make in life. All of these are the smaller parts.
And what about milk, dairy products? What is your thought process on milk and butter and cheese? And there's a lot of thing about vegan, and they say dairy is not good for us. Is that true?
See, my thought process on milk is very, very clear. Milk is a class A protein. Yogurt is a class A protein. Now, whether you have your sentiments of not hurting animals, that's a separate thing. Don't have milk. The bigger problem is the quality of milk. 73% of the samples of milk are adulterated. Antibiotics, estrogen. Now, do you think you should have milk? The answer is many people love milk, but it's causing disease. If you get ethical milk, the Gir cow, not the Jersey cow, the Gir cow is Indian. Our genes, we have the enzymes to break down that milk. So when people move from Jersey cow milk to Gir cow milk, all of a sudden they realize I'm fine because you have the enzyme to break down that milk. So my thoughts on milk are very simple. Quality, ethically sourced. If it suits you, have it. If it doesn't suit you, don't have it.
Thank you, Luke. Luke, tell me anything that you want to leave us with, any message that you want to leave us with.
Yeah, so it's very simple. I'm not going to give you a diet. I'm not going to give you an exercise plan. I'm not going to tell you to meditate. I'm not going to tell you how many hours you sleep. I'm going to give you one sharing of knowledge that I've experienced over 9 years of consultancy with cancer patients, pimple problems, extremes, from the lowest to the highest. There is one learning. Focus on your happiness. When the mind is happy, the body automatically looks after itself. It is that. That is what you need to focus on. You can have the most complicated diet and be unhappy. It is not going to work. You can have the best surgeon, best doctor, best medication. If the mind is not proper, the medicine will not work. So focus on happiness. Where does that happiness come from? Service, kindness, all of these little things that is inbuilt in your own religion. So focus on happiness is what I would like to leave all of you with. Yeah.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you so much. Luke, there is somebody whom I want you to meet. There is this very, very dynamic lady, Ruma Devi. She won the Nari Shakti Award from the President. And आज वो 28 लाख, 28 lakhs, 30,000 women के साथ काम करती है. 28 lakhs, 30,000 women. I had the honor of moderating an interview with her today in another organization. Ruma Devi, please come on stage. And we would like Luke to felicitate such a strong woman. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you think Luke and Ruma Devi both deserve a standing ovation? Just a minute, this is for Luke's Insta post. Just a minute, wait. Make some noise for his Insta. Thank you. No, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Well, indeed, the session has been so informative and so amazing. Roma Devi, आपका बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है stage पर once again. Well, we do have a floor open for questions. Okay, we have open session wherein you can ask minimum 3 to 4 questions from Luke and he will be answering that. So the floor is open for questions. Raise your... Okay, guys, everybody.
Luke, how are you? And it was a wonderful session. I read it, your sessions. I had gone to YouTube also. But this is wonderful because your energy we can watch. My simple question, when man cross 60 age, first thing start hair fall. Second thing start his skin sagging. Third thing, sir, he feels that he's little uneasy. Fourth thing, his energy level goes down. What you can suggest, who is above 60 over here,
So
and
first
what
you
will be the good solution for it?
First check vitamin D3 and B12 levels because most of these problems are linked with that.
Okay.
Most of these problems. And then be active, put good food in the body, sleep, stress level should come down as we age. They should not go up. These are the main things that we need to do. But check vitamin D3 and check B12 levels. That's
Thank
the
you
first.
very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi, sir. One question from me.
Okay, next question, please. Let's do this very quick. We have just 2 more questions that we can take. Second last one. Yes, please. Boliye.
Luke ji, after lunch, can we have a rest? What is your opinion? Generally, after lunch,
Yes.
can we have a rest for some time? Any time limit for that?
You can, but after lunch, first walk for 10 minutes.
Okay. You just say how to do.
After walking for 10 minutes, then 30 minutes later, you can take a nap, but not on full stomach. So walk for 10 minutes, 30 minutes later, sleep. You can take a nap.
Hi, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay, wait 1 second. I request everyone to please settle down.
Hello.
This is not. I request Saili ji, please come. Everybody, please settle down. Please. Everyone settle down. We just have 10 more minutes. Everybody, please settle down. Thank you. Yes, please ask the question.
Luke, sir.
I would be worried if I
Yes. Okay.
Hi, Lou.
Hi, sir.
This is my question. We're talking about sleep, and you said it's a very important part of your life. My question is, I'm kind of hooked on to it's a sleep support, but it truly helps me sleep for 8 hours, and I have like good sleep. What do you think?
Is it melatonin or is it pharmaceutical?
No, it's an Ayurvedic medicine.
Then it's absolutely fine. Continue with that. I'm
Sure.
talking about the chemical medicines which you should not take.
Okay.
But whether it's a melatonin, an Ayurvedic supplement that can help you, that's natural. If
Huh.
it's supporting you, sleep.
It is. It's a natural ingredient.
Not a problem then. Go for it.
Thank you.
Hi, sir. Sir, could you enlighten us more about your journey through meditation and all?
My journey to meditation was very simple. I just started. I failed many times, but I kept doing it, and today it's become a practice. It's that simple. We
मिस्टर
should
ल्यूक
practice.
आई एम ए प्रकाश कानूगो ये मिल्क के बारे में लोगों की अलग अलग एडवाइस रहती है मिल्क लेना नहीं चाहिए कोई बोलते बिल्कुल लेना नहीं चाहिए कोई बोलते गाय का लेना चाहिए कोई बोले भैंस का लेना चाहिए इसके बारे में मिल्क के बारे में आपकी क्या राय है काफ़ी कन्फ्यूजन चल रहा है
Well,
Yeah, what's he?
this is the last question that we are taking.
So
Are-
milk is okay if it is not causing stomach problem, if it is not causing constipation, bloating, and the quality of milk is good, it is okay. Not a problem. Okay.
Hi, Luke.
Thank you so much. This is the last question, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Can I request the sound engineer to kindly... Thank you. So, this was the last question that we are taking.
Take it, sure.
Thank you. Luke, we request you to kindly come ahead
Yeah.
and take a nice selfie. You took your picture for Instagram. Come. Just Luke and everybody else. So, okay. Ladies, just come on a side. Luke, you just come here. We have the photographer and the entire, just face towards the audience. That's it. Everybody look in the camera over there. Everybody smile. It's just Luke. It's just Luke. Guys, it's just him. Everybody make some noise. Come on. Thank you. Okay, well, we have the entire ladies board of Jito present over here. All the ladies want to take a picture with you, Luke. Yeah. But I want to take a picture first, but. People make some noise for the ladies board. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Thank you.